Hey, welcome to another installment of Celebrity Profiles here on Live from Dennis's House, part of the Madhouse Magazine Radio Hour. Today we're going to be talking to Liv Warfield. That's right. Liv was a singer in Prince's New Power generation, and she's currently in Roadcase Royale with Nancy Wilson from Heart. And they're out on tour. They got a new album coming out September 22nd, First Things First. And, she's just an amazing singer, teams up with these great people that, I didn't know what to expect with this Roadcase Royale, but I listened to her first couple songs, and they're amazing songs. So I can't wait to go see them. I'm going to check them out at the Gramercy, September 10th, New York City. And, so we're going to start off the interview. We're going to start talking to Liv, and we're going to find out everything she's been up to, everything about her entire life. We're going to talk about Prince. We're going to talk about Nancy Wilson. We're going to talk about her amazing career and a lot of fun stuff. So let's start the show off with some music. First, of course, let's check out Not Giving Up and Get Loud from Roadcase Royale, and then we'll be back with the interview with Liv Warfield. On the phone list now is Liv Warfield. So, Liv, we're going to start off talking about what's going on now, and then we'll circle back. We'll wrap up your whole life and career during the length of this phone call. So, we got a lot to cover. So, I want to talk about Roadcase Royale first, of course. So, it's an exciting time for you. You got a new album coming out. You got a tour. You got all this stuff coming on. So, let's talk about the album first. It's First Things First, of course. So, it's coming out September 22nd. So what can we expect on this album? Just tell us the vibe, the feeling, the type of music, all this, whatever you want to tell us about this album.
Oh, wow. Well, First Things First is an amazing, it's an amazing album. I can't believe that we finally came from 2 years ago meeting Nancy Wilson, collaborating as a unit with, my guitar player coming in with her band, and we created something really amazing. It's a lot of soul, rock and roll, hard rock, a lot of great ballads. I mean, it's across the board, an amazing, amazing project. So we're here, we're ready for people to hear it for sure.
Yeah, I got a chance. Obviously, the album's not out yet, but I got a chance to hear a couple songs because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know at first when I saw Roadcase Royale. Was it acoustic? Was it this? Was it that? And I heard "Not Giving Up," the first song, and it's an awesome song.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. We appreciate it. And there's a lot more. There's so much more to this album. I'm just excited.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to check this out. You want to talk about how you met Nancy Wilson and how this whole project came together?
Yeah, well, Ryan and I, with my band, we opened up for Heart, I believe, in 2015. I think it was in August. And I knew when I got the call to open up, I was like, okay, I have to do this. There's no way I am not turning this down. Hollywood Bowl. So after the shows, I was like, I have to meet her and Nancy. This has to happen. So I think if Nancy was leaving, I called her, and we had such a great, chat and talk. And I know she had to leave, but the one thing she said was, let's continue this conversation and let's not just say we're going to actually meet up. Let's actually do it, And I kept in contact with her. I was sending her some stuff I was working on because I really wanted to do a rock and roll record. I really did. And I would send her some of my stuff for her to check out. And, she would respond back. And it just was a really natural relationship with her and I. And then I think she called me up and was like, hey, you know what? You want to try to, write together? That was like, yeah. And then after that, it really led into this natural, beautiful, what we have, Roadcase Royale, from the first time we all sat in a circle and we were playing some Joni Mitchell songs at first and some Stevie songs, and then here we are with the Maniac and, cover each other. It's really cool. It happened really fast, but it's just really natural, really natural.
Yeah, it seems like it's a great vibe and a great fit for all you people. When I first was watching the video, it kind of reminded me of Sly and the Family Stone kind of vibe, how you all come together, and I just really enjoyed that. And you guys, you're going out on tour now, too.
Yes, we're going out on tour. We believe we start September 11th with Bob Seger in Rochester. New York, but we're also doing our own shows, Roadcase Royale, headlining at Gramercy Theater on the 10th of September. So I'm really looking forward to that
Wow.
one.
So
We got a
yeah,
lot coming up.
yeah, it's an exciting time. I'm going to come see you on the 10th
It
too
is.
in New York City. I'll be there. So
Oh, good.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm very happy about that. So you mentioned about the band. You have Ryan Waters as your guitar player and the people from Heart. You want to talk about who's in the band?
Yes, there is first Ben Smith on drums, who was also with Heart previously. Chris Joyner, who plays keys. Dan Rothschild, who was also one of the producers on the album. Big shout out to Dan because he just, did an amazing job, does an amazing job. He plays bass, and Ryan Waters plays guitar. So, and then of course Nancy Wilson, and then me.
That's an awesome lineup. So and I can tell that when you're singing, I see that you have such passion, and I just love any music where people have passion for it. And it's just I'm such a huge music fan, and I can tell you are the same way. So could you put into words how much you love music, how it makes you feel when you're singing it, when you're listening to it?
I have a huge passion for it. I really, music really drives me. I take it really serious, but I don't have a lot of fun with it. I really pay attention to the words. So I just have a lot of fun with it, though. And I really am a fan of musicianship, and to watch Nancy is pretty incredible. Watching her work and watching her write. She wrote a lot on this record, and she's just really, really amazing to work with, and just really easy. She's fast, so I'm learning a lot from her. I'm learning a lot from the queen. So.
Yeah, it's great partnership. You've had a chance for a lot of great partnerships. So, of course, we'll have to talk about Prince. But first, I want to go back to your early life here. I read that you grew up in Peoria, Illinois, and that there is actually one other famous person from Peoria, Illinois. Do you know who that is?
Richard Pryor.
Yes, very good. So you grew up as an athlete, you had the scholarship, and you went to college, and nobody really knew you sang until you went to college. And then did you drop out to pursue your college career? How'd your parents take that?
Not well at all. I just not so much to prove to them. I proved to myself that, passionately I wanted something so bad. It just felt like it was in me. I felt like, it was just a burning desire for me to sing. It was a burning desire for me to write, and I couldn't ignore it. And I just, I paid the price, of course, as we all do when we want to sacrifice for something. I had my struggles, but, in the end, I'm still working towards, writing great songs and performing the best that I can anytime I'm on stage. So it's all a blessing, definitely, that I'm able to do it now still.
Yeah. So did you ever have a black, dark period where you said, oh, I can't do this anymore. I want to give up. I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to do this or that. Or did you just say, I'm staying the course. This is my passion. I will not give up.
Of course. I wanted to stop. But I immediately knew, for myself, I felt what my purpose was, for me, on a deeper level, I feel like music heals. So I just feel like that's my connection in every way. Whatever song it is, whatever people can relate to, they relate to. And music all takes us back to a moment, to a feeling, and I feel like that's what I could provide. And I also feel like that's what this band can provide, is every time we get up on stage together, we take you to whatever feeling or whatever vibe you want, we gonna give it. So, I definitely can't give up.
Yeah, what do you think about that? I often thought that if you have a backup plan, it's most likely you're not going to become successful. The people who really become successful put everything into being successful at their craft and not saying, all right, I'll be a lawyer. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it just depends on your definition of being successful. Like, if your definition of being successful is to have, like, the money, the cars, or whatever, if that's what satisfies you, okay. But for me, it's a little bit different. Like, if the success is for me that I'm able to, clearly get up on that stage and, deliver what I can, and if somebody loves it, I'm successful.
Right, exactly.
That's what it works out for me. I feel like, whatever somebody's definition of it is, okay, cool. But for me personally, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. So now let's talk about Prince for a little bit. Of course, he was must have been a big influence on you, and I understand that someone sent him a tape of you singing "Gimme Shelter," and that's how you got to be in the band. Now, tell us what that call was like. Did he personally call you, or how'd that go?
Oh gosh, that was crazy. I think at the time he was looking for a background singer, and a woman by the name of Marva King, who was singing for him before. I think they were looking and they were searching, and then they found me doing "Gimme Shelter" on YouTube, and they called me up. They're like, "Liv, we want to send a video." I was like, "No, I'm not ever going to hear from them. Are you kidding me? Like, please don't send that video." And they did it anyway. I didn't hear anything for like 3 months, and then I got like a call that he wanted to meet me, and I finally got a call from him. That blew my mind. I didn't believe it until I actually got the call from him. I talked to him directly, and that just blew my mind. And he gave me. I owe him everything in so many ways, because he was a teacher. Not only was he just the epic and just a supernova period himself, he just was a teacher, and he was just giving with his light, and I'm so appreciative, and I've learned so much. I miss him now, but his energy is definitely around for sure.
Yeah, that it's just. He was such an amazing talent, and to have personally known him and hung out with him, it must have just been, such a great learning experience for you.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't not do those shows and not grasp just a little bit. He just put off so much energy and so much of his light. You'd be crazy not to just try to grab a little bit of it. Because he was so giving with his own light, and he didn't need to be, and he really always took the time out to believe in the gifts that we had, and others, anybody in the band, and all the other bands that he had. I mean, he's the light. He still is, and again, I really appreciate it, and I'm definitely going to be carrying that with me for a lifetime.
Yeah, he was a true genius. And he produced your album, The Unexpected. So what was that like working with him in the studio so closely? And he wrote the song too. So what was that like?
Well, what's crazy is Prince actually gave me just to go ahead to produce the record on my own. And I would send him stuff, and he would approve it because he asked me if I wanted to record the album at Paisley, and stupid, I could have should have like, yes, I want to. But I recorded it in Portland only because I wanted to show him that I could do this, and I would call him up and let him listen to it and send him some stuff, and he would say, I think you should change this, or I think you should change that. Like, the thing I loved about him is he just, he respected the creative space, and he was also just really open to what I had to say and what I had to give. I wanted to prove to him that, that I could do it, and he totally allowed me to do it, which I'm tripped out about that still, even now to this day. But I'm super thankful because he wrote and produced, there's a song called Your Show on my record, which is crazy. It just reminds me of this, like an Isaac Hayes type feel with the horns, and it's so beautifully written. So yeah, it was just a crazy experience. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, of course.
I was just really proud of that record. So proud of it.
Yeah, and that must have been huge, boost to your confidence too. That you show something or let Prince listen to this, and Prince says, "Yes, I like that." That must be.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of times he shut me down. He's like, "Oh no, that's not it, Liv. I don't think so." And I love him for his honesty. But I feel really good about that though.
Yeah. So you mentioned Isaac Hayes as well. So what were some of your influences growing up, or what were you listening to that really formed your sound and got you to be where you are?
I listened. It was a case. In the beginning, I listened to because I was raised in the church, so I had a lot of heavy gospel in my rotation, but as I was able to kind of move from that, I would listen to my litanies and stuff like that. But when I moved away from Portland, I got into like Donny Hathaway, and then I started to listen to Mother's Finest. Like my ears just started really getting exposed when I moved away from home because I grew up in a strong Christian family, so they were like, I don't think so. I'm not playing that around there. But my ears just got exposed when I moved to Portland, Jimi Hendrix, let's see what else. It was just a lot of soul, like Shaka Khan.
I was researching on YouTube, of course, and I saw you at an outdoor concert in Brooklyn, and you were playing Them Changes by Buddy Miles, and I just love that song and love that version. How'd you pick that out?
Oh gosh, I think I've been listening to a lot of when I was listening to a lot of Buddy Miles. I'm trying to think how I got to that song. It's just something about the groove of that song.
Yeah, that's great.
It's that groove. It just goes, and I really, really enjoy singing it. And I like the funk rock vibe of it. Yeah. I really dig that. So.
Yeah. It's good stuff. And we also have something else in common. I was reading that you are a big fan of Blaxploitation Films.
Yeah, yes. I am.
What are some of your favorites?
I love Cleopatra Jones.
Oh, okay.
That's like number one for me. I could probably rewatch that movie and I think Cleopatra Jones and Casino. I forgot what it is. Casino. Something I forgot. I don't know why my mind's not catching it, but I love it. Like I'm obsessed with it. I don't know. I like the woman badass vibe and I like the culture. I love the clothes. I love everything about it. I feel like I should have been born in the late 60s, early 70s. I feel like that's where I'm serious. I feel like my soul resides there for some reason.
Yeah,
I really do. I do.
Maybe someone should recreate Cleopatra Jones and do a remake, and you can star in it. That would be pretty cool.
Will you please manifest that for me too? I really love that. I do. Yes.
Yeah, with a new soundtrack. You were doing all the soundtrack. I think that would be amazing. Someone call in for
that. Yes. Please manifest that. Thank you.
Yeah, so and I also saw that Bernard Purdy, the drummer, plays on one of your songs as well. He's a friend of mine, and I saw that, and I said, yes, you know the beat.
Yes. Absolutely. Bernard Purdy, that was a blessing there, and my first ever record. I just was like, oh my God, I really would love to have Bernard Purdy on this. I can't believe he did that.
Yeah.
He's such a cool cat too, man. He's just a really great cat to work with. I had a really good time with him. And that's why I feel like I just been really lucky, and I feel really blessed to have amazing people around me, even with Nancy and everybody in the band. I've learned so much, and I keep learning so much. And I keep learning, even with, I tell people who ask me that, it's like, well, what's it like working with Nancy Wilson? I'm just first off, because she always tells me, stop being so hard on yourself. And I learned to write better with her. I really learned I've been learning actually to write a lot better with her, but she just goes with it. She goes with her spirit. She goes with her vibe. And I love that about her so much.
Yeah, it's an amazing career you've had, and it's just beginning. You have many years ahead. Do you have anyone that you'd like to collaborate with, you think?
There's lots of people I would love to collaborate with.
If you had one person to pick, who would it be?
Oh, gosh. That's hard. You can't put me on the spot for one person.
All right.
Oh, gosh. I would say I would love to collaborate with Lenny Kravitz.
That would be awesome. That's perfect.
Yeah.
He can be in Cleopatra Jones, too. He would be awesome.
He would be great. Lenny could play with Roadcase Royale, too. That'd be great, too.
Yes.
Come on, Lenny.
So many options here. Yeah. So how did you guys hook up with Bob Seger? That's an unusual combination. Of course, he's great, but
yeah, it was Nancy. It was a really cool offer that she got, and believe that Hart had it, and I guess they weren't going to go out. And then Nancy was like, "Well, what about Roadcase Royale?" We were like, "What? Are you serious?" So it just is honestly a natural progression. Like, again, I feel like we're really super lucky and blessed that we're able to go out and kind of showcase this new band, because I think we just have a lot to say. And for Bob Seger to have us on, I'm super, super thankful for him giving us that opportunity to open. So, and Nancy. So I'm so glad that we're able to do it.
Yeah, that's amazing. So now we're going to be looking forward to this album. September 22nd, it's going to be released. And, you guys are on tour. I can't wait to see you. That's coming up soon. That's like next weekend. Wow.
That's like next weekend, right? Right.
All right, I'll be in the front row. Look for me. Very handsome, tall man with a lot of tattoos. So I'll be right in the front row.
All right, I'll be looking for sure.
All right, so I want to thank you for calling in, and good luck on this tour and the album. And thanks for all the music. It's great stuff.
Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting. Thank you.
All right, bye, Liv.
Thanks, Dennis.
Bye, Chip. Hey, that was our interview with Liv Warfield here on Live from Dennis's House, 474 The Mix, part of the Madhouse Magazine Radio Hour. Now, what a great interview. What a great lady. What a great voice. I can't wait to see them. I can't wait till the album comes out September 22nd. And, it's just expect a lot of good stuff. And, it's just an amazing career she's had so far. And, it was great hearing these stories. Just imagine Prince calling you and saying, come on, I want you to sing with me. It's just an amazing, amazing story. And, just hope there's a lot more to come. So go check her out, buy the CD, listen to the back catalog, of course. You got to go get The Unexpected. And, everything she's ever done is just great stuff. So we're going to wrap up this show. We'll go out playing some music from her solo albums. We'll go out with Your Show and ABCs by Liv Warfield, and then we'll play the Artist of the Month. Check out ABCs. That's with Bernard Purdy playing drums on that one. So thanks for listening. Live from Dennis's House, 474 The Mix, part of the Madhouse Magazine Radio Hour. And this interview will be transcribed in Madhouse Magazine. See you next time.